What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Quincy Bowl Sports. And today we're going to be making our picks for every college football bowl game. I'm very excited. I look forward to this video all year. So if you guys are not subscribed already, be sure you hit that button. We're going to be doing live streams for many college football games, and it's going to be a lot of fun throughout bowl season. I actually have an ESPN Bowl Mania challenge. It's where you get to pick all the bowl games, and the winner of the challenge can come on my channel and talk about their picks. I want to give like some incentive for people to win, so that's your incentive. It is a confidence style pool. So basically, the way that works is there's 29 games. The game you're most confident in, you put that in the most confident spot. If you get that game right, you get 29 points. And then the game you're the least confident in, you put that at the top. For the least, if you get that game right, you get 1 point. If you don't get the game right, you don't get any points. But the more confident you are and you get that game right, the more points you get. So like the most confident is 29, least confident 1, and then it's like increases 1 per spot. So like let's say you're let's say the game you're most confident in is Alabama beating Notre Dame. You put that in your most confident spot. Does that make sense? And then let's say you have an upset that you're taking and you're not very confident in, you put that. So that's how that works. Hopefully I explained that well enough. But let's get into the picks. No face cam today because we have quite a big board. The board has a lot of great stuff on it. Let's get into the picks. This game is by the way, you need to sign up for the challenge by 2:30 Eastern time because that's when the first game is. App State and North Texas. I'm going to take App State in that one. Tulane, or no, that's Tulsa. Tulane. I'm going to make them green. Tulane and Nevada in the Idaho Potato Bowl. I don't really know the name. Here, let me pull up the names of these bowls. My friend just told me here. I need to, because I want to make sure because some of the names of these bowls are they're just terrific. So for the bowls, App State is playing North Texas in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. I think that's where Coastal Carolina plays. I'll take App State. Tulane and Nevada in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I'm going to take Nevada. That game's usually Mountain West against whoever. I'm going to take Nevada. UCF and BYU in the roofclaim.com Boca Raton Bowl. I'm going to take UCF. I still think they're a very good team. That they have a chip on their shoulder. I think BYU is going to be caught off guard here a little bit. I like UCF's chances. I'm going to take them. Louisiana Tech and Georgia Southern in the New Orleans Bowl. I'm going to take Louisiana Tech. Basically a home game for them. They're going to be playing in their home state. They usually have a very good defense. They beat Miami 14-0 last year. I'm going to take them. Memphis and Florida Atlantic in the Montgomery Bowl. I don't really know about this one. I'm going to take Memphis. They're 7-3, and they're looking pretty good. Hawaii and Houston in the New Mexico Bowl. Both these teams are about 500. Houston is minus 13. I'm going to take them to win that game. Marshall and Buffalo in the Camella Bowl. This is a very interesting one. Marshall brings college football's number one scoring defense to the field, whereas Buffalo brings college football's number one scoring offense to the field. It's water and it's like lava and ice. These two teams, polar opposites. It's going to be a terrific game. I'm very excited for this one. I think offense is going to get it done. Give me Buffalo. Liberty and Coastal Carolina in the Cure Bowl. Coastal got robbed. They should be playing in a much better bowl. They're 11-0. I mean, they have 2 ranked wins. They should be in the playoff if you ask me, but I don't know why they're in such a no-name bowl. Although the name of the bowl doesn't really matter, it's more of who you're playing. If Alabama played Notre Dame in the Boca Raton Bowl, then that'd be a big game. So, like, they're playing a 9-1 Liberty Flame team. Liberty was supposed to play Coastal Carolina, but that game, Liberty had to cancel, and that's where BYU played them. So they're actually going to end up playing each other. This will be a pretty good game. I think Coastal Carolina pulls away at the end. UAB and a 2-8 South Carolina Gamecock Roach team made a bowl. I'm surprised about that. Give me UAB. I like their defense. Louisiana Lafayette and Utse in the First Responder Bowl. I think this is hosted by SMU. This will be a good game. Texas San Antonio. They have a really good running back. They have a really good running back, don't they? I don't know his name. I don't know. Sean McCormick. Yeah, he's a 1,000-yard rusher. I do think Louisiana Lafayette, Levi Lewis and company is going to be able to get the win. I love Louisiana Lafayette. Love what they've been able to do this year. Western Kentucky and Georgia State in the Lending Tree Bowl. I don't really know anything about either of these teams. I'll take Western Kentucky. Possibly the biggest meme of the is Miami going to the Cheez-It Bowl. Miami fans are talking about going to the playoff and the Orange Bowl. You're going to the Cheez-It Bowl. And not only that, you're going to get beat by Chuba Hubbard and Oklahoma State. Texas and Colorado. Colorado was supposed to, remember when they were 4-0, they were supposed to go undefeated and make the Pac-12 championship and possibly the playoff. Then they got killed by Utah. Yeah, long time ago. Texas is a much better team. I'm going to take them. Wake and Wisconsin in the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Jeez, some of these bowls, man. That bowl game, I think it replaced the Belk Bowl. Belk Bowl is no longer. Sad times. I'm going to take Wisconsin. Missouri and Iowa. Iowa, they're hot. They've won 6 in a row. They started off 0-2. They've won 6 in a row. They're playing with fire. You do not want to face Iowa right now. They're 15-point favorites against Missouri. I think they get it done. Florida and Oklahoma in the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. This will be a good one. Two great offenses. Two teams that are known for not having a defense. Oklahoma's defense might even be better than Florida's. Kyle Pitts has opted out of this game. Man, I liked Kyle Pitts. Too bad he's a coward and a quitter. It's a shame, man. Truly is a shame. I wanted to see him play one last time. But by the way, if you do not play in your last bowl game, you are a quitter. That's just don't blame me. That's just a fact. I'm going to take Florida. I do think they will end up getting this game done. It will be a very, very good game, but I do like Florida's chances. Tulsa and Mississippi State, a 2-8 Mississippi State cowbell ringing cancerous team. I'm going to take Tulsa. I think they're just definitely a better team. They're 6-2. They've looked great throughout this year. Lost to Cincinnati in the American Championship on a walk-off field goal, but they looked great. Here are your two Cinderella teams of the year: Ball State and San Jose State. Ball State 6-1, won the MAC, first time since 1996. San Jose State 7-0, their best team possibly ever. They're playing in the Arizona Bowl. This is going to be a great game. Two teams that are playing with a chip on their shoulder, trying to cap off their miracle season. This is going to be a great game. I'm going to take San Jose State. West Virginia and Tennessee. How did a 3-7 Tennessee team make a bowl? Oh, if you guys didn't know, every single team was bowl eligible, but there's only so many spots. So yeah. I'm going to take Tennessee in the Liberty Bowl, mostly because it's played in Memphis, so it's kind of a home game for Tennessee. And I don't think West Virginia's that great. I think Tennessee is going to show up. They usually bring a lot of fans to their bowl games. That's why a lot of bowl games want Tennessee because of their passionate fan base. I think Tennessee's going to win. It's one of my upsets. Arkansas and TCU, I honestly have no idea. I don't think either one of these teams is that great. I'll take Arkansas, I guess. I have to put a low-scoring game in every single picks video just to make you guys angry. So that's why that game's 9-6. Now we get to the playoff. We'll do the two semifinal games. We'll do the rest of the bowls, and then we'll do the national championship. Alabama and Notre Dame. Well, first off, let's get this straight. This should be Texas A&M in this spot. I think Notre Dame kind of backed their way in. They didn't really deserve to be there. But Kyron Williams, Ian Book, and everybody, they're going to have to get ready for the Alabama Crimson Tide, the toughest task any team could face. They have 3 legitimate Heisman candidates on their team with Devonta Smith, Mac Jones, and Najee Harris. Devonta Smith should win the Heisman. What he's doing at wide receiver is something that I've never seen before. They compared his stats to Desmond Howard's when he won the Heisman, and his stats are better. The only thing Desmond Howard has him beat is in punt return touchdowns. Devonta Smith has 1. He had 2. But I do think this is going to be it's the Rose Bowl, but it's played in Dallas. So is it really the Rose Bowl? Not really, but it's still going to be called the Rose Bowl. But it's being played in Dallas because they couldn't let parents come because California is weird. I don't know. I do think Alabama's the better team. Notre Dame has a good defense, but you saw what Clemson did to them, and I think Bama is definitely better than Clemson. I think that Notre Dame is just not going to be able to hang with them. I think Bama wins this one very easily. I'm going to say 52-21, and they are going to have a spot in the national. Where's the national? The national championship's played in Miami. Correct me if I'm wrong. Clemson and Ohio State. This will be a good game. I don't think a lot of people are thinking Clemson's going to run away with this game. I don't see it. I think that Clemson will definitely have their hands full with the Ohio State Buckeyes. But if Justin Fields played the way he did against Northwestern, no way they're going to win. He went, I think, 9 for 28 with 2 picks and barely over 100 yards. Trey Sermon, though, rushed for 300 yards. It was appalling. He was busting big gains everywhere. It was just absolutely appalling. Clemson came in against Notre Dame with Trevor Lawrence. To be completely honest with you, Trevor Lawrence didn't do anything in that game. My point was exactly right. I said Clemson. Trevor Lawrence isn't going to do anything in that game that DJ Uiagalelei did against the first time. It was their defensive starters they got back that really held the difference. Notre Dame scored 47 in the first game. They only scored 10 that game. I think Clemson is definitely the better team. I have some serious questions about Ohio State's secondary and their defense. I think Clemson's going to be able to score enough points to win. I think they win 35-29. That's my final score pick. All right, Georgia and Cincinnati in the Peach Bowl. I think Cincinnati draw a bit of a tough matchup here. I always am going to root for the non-Power 5 team to beat the Power 5 team. But I feel like Cincinnati drew a tough matchup here. I think Georgia would be the number 1 team in the country if Kirby Smart had a brain. If he started JT Daniels at the start of the season, they would have beaten Florida and they would have beaten Alabama. I promise you that. The difference from JT Daniels and Stetson Bennett is like going from Brandon Weeden to Pat Mahomes. It has been appalling, the difference. Georgia fans should be very excited about next year. So Cincinnati's going to have their hands full here, and they're the finger. Hold on, I need to show you guys something. Cincinnati is the home team, even though this game is being played in Atlanta. So basically, they're going to have the home field advantage. Cincinnati's defense will keep them in the game for as much as they can, but I think Georgia will eventually pull away. This will be a good game, though. Auburn and Northwestern. I'm going to take Northwestern. They looked great against Ohio State on their defensive side of the ball, held one of the best offenses to only 22 points. I told you their defense would show up. It's just their offense is basically non-existent. But Bo Nix, not a great quarterback. Gus Malzahn fired. Auburn, they don't know what they're doing over there. Give me Northwestern. Kentucky and NC State. I don't know about this one. This is by the way, UGA Cincinnati is the Peach Bowl. Auburn Northwestern is the Citrus Bowl. This one is the Gator Bowl, Kentucky and NC State. This will be a good game. I don't really know. Neither one of these teams looks real great to me, to be completely honest with you. I'm going to go with Kentucky, though. I don't really know. This is iffy for me because I don't think NC State's that great. I'm going to take an upset here. Give me Kentucky. Kentucky's actually minus 2.5. Interesting. Ole Miss and Indiana. I'm going to take Indiana. This is similar to Marshall and Buffalo. Indiana posts one of the best defenses in college football. Ole Miss, one of the better offenses. I think this is going to be similar to the Ohio State-Indiana game and the Ole Miss-Bama game, where both these teams held their own against those teams. I think Indiana is going to end up winning this game. They got robbed. This is the Outback Bowl, by the way. They got robbed from a New Year's Six. They should totally be in the New Year's Six over Oregon. And probably they deserve it over Iowa State or Oklahoma, too. Indiana's had a great season, 6-1. Probably one of their better seasons ever. Give me Indiana. Oregon and Iowa State. This is close. This is a coin flip for me. I'm going to take Oregon, though. They beat USC in the Pac-12. They kind of backed their way into the Pac-12 championship because Washington ate up with coronavirus. I think this is going to be a very good game. Oklahoma's defense is better than normal this year. They kind of shut Iowa State down that game. I think Oregon's defense definitely better than Oklahoma's with their studs that they have. I like how this is the Fiesta Bowl. By the way, I like how Oregon matches up with them. I'm gonna take them. I think it's gonna be a great game. This is a coin flip for me, but I like Oregon's chances. It's also way closer to home. Fiesta Bowl's in Arizona, a lot closer to Oregon than Iowa. And lastly, the Orange Bowl. This might be my favorite bowl. UNC and A&M. UNC hosts college football, one of college football's best offenses, scoring near 60 points a game. Whereas Texas A&M, one of the better defenses, and they've been all around just a great team throughout the entire year. Should be in the playoff. They got absolutely robbed. But I like the way these teams contrast with each other in the Orange Bowl. It's going to be an absolutely wonderful, great game in Miami, storied stadium. But I'm going to take Texas A&M. I think they're going to be out for revenge, not necessarily because of anything UNC did, but they're going to want to prove that they deserve that playoff spot. And lastly, Alabama and Clemson in the national championship, part 10 of these teams playing. This is a great rivalry. These teams need to schedule a home and home in the regular season. Imagine Alabama playing Clemson in Tuscaloosa or in Clemson. that'd just be a great atmosphere and wonderful to watch. They need to do that, make it happen. Because I'm tired of watching these two teams play in the national championship. So just get it over with in the regular season. I just think Bama's the best team in the country, and I just don't think anyone's going to be able to stop them. If there's anyone that could stop them, it'll be Brett Venables and Clemson. But I just don't see it happening. I think Alabama's by far and away the best team in the country, and I think they're going to win the college football national. That'd be what is that Saban's 7th championship? I think he has the one at LSU, and then the time he beat Notre Dame, time he beat Texas, time he beat Georgia, time he beat Clemson, time he beat Clemson again. I don't know. It's either 5 or 6. I can't remember. If you can't remember how many national championships you have, I think that means you're a pretty good coach. I think that would be one of the qualifications for a good coach. Before we end it, I want to show you where my games rank on the confidence pool. So let me see. I made a community post about this too. I mean, no one really entered. So here are the games I'm the most confident in for anyone that's curious. The one I'm the most confident in is Bama and Notre Dame. Next is App State and North Texas. Then Louisiana and UTSA, Coastal, Texas, Clemson, Iowa. So those are my most confident games. My least confident ones are I'm pretty confident in Bama winning the national championship. My least confident ones are Tennessee, Arkansas, NC State, UCF. Those are the ones I'm the least confident in. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Be sure to join that bowl challenge.